Okay, so that is my musical intro. I wanted to get my entire army out to see where we are at, and I have to say, ooh, that's quite impressive. I've put out my playing mat on a few different levels to try and split up so I can get a good view of everything, but here's a good overview. I've got my modelling lamp out. I'm going to do a little close-up as well. I always love these things. They give me a bit of inspiration of what I'm going to do next. So let's run through everything in the army and what we've got. And we'll start with Tweedledum and Tweedledee. These were very, very much fun to paint. These are my two Derrideos. Two Contemptors. One was built as Honoured Telemachus, but in Heresy 3.0, I'm afraid he's now Dishonoured Telemachus. He's garbage. We've got a Standard Land Raider and the Spartan. The recently finished Baneblade. Pretty happy with that. And probably my favourite tank, the Kratos. I did do a magnetising video, and actually I think I also ran through a full painting video of how I did this one. So came out beautifully, and I think a really nice centerpiece for the army. These are some older models from 40k that I still use. We can use these as a Praetor or sort of sergeants or champions. They've got the power swords, so I do still use them. Why not? We've got my Herald here. Again, it is a 40k intercessor. I know. All you purists, look away now. We got the Librarian. This is the old metal Tigurius, and one of the first, in fact it might be the first face I ever painted, so I love having him in there because it's a little reminder of where I've come from, and I actually think it's a pretty nice model as well. We've got another Land Raider over here. I will note the weapons on all these tanks are magnetised, so they are changeable, and the Dreadnoughts are all magnetised at the waist, just makes packing easier, and it also means that in game you can have him turning to face the enemy. We've got three of the older box dreads, again from 40k, but they're very, very handy in Heresy. So that's my top row covered. That's mainly the heavy tanks, dreads. On the next shelf down, let me move this light, see if we can, oh there we go, that's better. We've got the old bikes from 40k, but again they're useful in this edition. And I use this guy as a Praetor on bike with a Thunderhammer sometimes. The old Smash Hammer guy from 6th, 7th edition 40k. We've got a Scorpius, another one of these coming at some point, but that was the first tank that I painted in the new scheme actually. So yeah, it came out so well that I was like, right, that's how I'm doing it. Two Rhinos, again, weapons magnetised, so these all come off and these come off. Very handy with the change of weapons in this edition. They've got all the special doors on, which are kind of nice. The drop pod is from 40k as well, but hey ho, I've got one. Maybe I'll repaint it at some point, but it looks kind of nice standing out, a little different colour, it's fine. Down here we've got the Invictaris Suzerain squad. I built 7 with axes, 3 with hammers. I know there's no sarge in it, but I've got to go with the face at least. And, oh, there's my thumb. And a, guy with a nasthesia. Oh my god, medic. Oh my god. Can't think of what he's called, to come back to it. 20 Cataphracti Terminators. And I got my Kitbash Banner guy. This is my Legion Standard. I borrowed this off one of the Honor Guard models. So it is a metal standard actually off one of the old metal Honor Guards. But I thought, well, why not? I kitbashed this guy to be the Sarge, or he can stand in as a Praetor or a Champion or, you know, some special guy. This is my Praetor, Augustus Primus, made in the vision of the Primarch. I've used the Gulliban 40k head and kitbashed a few little bits, like the bit in the middle on the top. Gave him a Thunderhammer. Loved kitbashing that guy actually. Probably one of my favourite characters. This is the newly finished Praetorian Breacher squad. Just finished these guys literally 2 days ago. Pretty happy with how they came out. Sarge's got a fist. And another one of these guys that I can't remember what they're called. For some reason, brains just stopped working. 3 Predators. Painted those in one sitting, really nice. They are magnetised, so these come off. The sides obviously come off. The guns are actually magnetised as well, so we can change those to the Volkite, the heavy bolters, or even the flamers, I guess, these days. And the turrets are magnetised, right? So they do turn pretty nicely. So 3 Predators. And another one of my absolute favourite squads. Really enjoy painting and building these guys. These are my Locutarus Storm Squad, my Sarge with Thunderhammer and Shield, and this guy here is actually an old Honor Guard model, but I really love the model and I think he suits being a champion of the Ultramarines perfectly. I've given him a jump pack, so he is my Legion champion with Paragon Blade and jump pack. Perfect model for it in my opinion. Absolutely love this model. So yeah, that's my champion. So that's the second row done. Some sort of lighter tanks, and you'd say the elite infantry with the Locutarus, the Praetorian Guard, 20 Cataphracti, 10 Suzerain, 6 bikes. I'm still trying to remember what they're called. I don't know why my brain's not working. But hey. And then we come down to the rank and file, the last row. And these are my main troops. These are the despoilers. I made a proper 20-man squad. But what I did is I painted 2 with faces. I gave 1 a power sword and 1 a heavy chain sword. And that way, if I want to split it into 2 10-man groups, it works just as well. So just a bit of thinking there. These are, again, 40k models, but Indominus Terminators, we can use them as in Heresy. So still get a game now and again, but nice models and older now, but hey-ho, part of the army. We've got 10, 20... 30 Headless Bob, because I slump put a head on him because I'm stupid. 40 Tex. The Laz squad, 10-man Laz, actually the first squad of 10 guys that I painted for this army. So, not the first I painted here because some of the 40k stuff was done before, but the first squad that I painted for Heresy, and the last squad I think I painted before I had the airbrush. So, interesting. All done by hand. 10 plasma guys. I know they're intercessors, but I had them and I started playing with a 40k army, so I do still use them, and I figured, well, I'll put them in here because they're painted and they look cool. And again, some intercessors from 40k. I know, you pure purists. Oh, you're beating hearts. But I do use them. It's an extra attack squad if I need 10-man. These guys are my Stern Guard veterans, but again, useful as veterans. And actually, I pull out 6 or 7 of them if I want a small Seeker squad. They fill in nicely for that role. 6 Scouts, might be the first Marines I ever painted. They've 15 years ago maybe. They're ancient. And 4 Metal Honor Guard, of which obviously we took this guy out to be our champion. So that sort of rounds up the entire collection really. I wanted to get everything out. This is probably going to be my last video for a while because I'm hoping to move house this year. So that's going to be taking up all my time. So I wanted to do a quick video of the full army laid out, bit of Ultramarine porn, and hopefully give some people, I don't know, hopefully it gives you inspiration to get your own army going. Let's just have a quick run over again. We've got our heavy tanks champions, dreadnoughts at the top, bikes, rhinos, Scorpius, elite troops, Cataphracti, drop pod, predators, and again some more elite troops. Apologies if it's a bit shaky. I haven't got a gimbal. I'm not a pro. Rank and file troops, despoilers, Indomitus, tax squads, Laz, plasma, scout, stern guard, some 40k stuff on the guard. Look away now if you're a purist. And that is my full Ultramarine army. Thank you for tuning in. I hope that was enjoyable for you. Stuart from Shader Heresy out, probably for a few months, probably for 6 months, but hopefully when I come back, we'll have a nicer space, better camera, better lights, so we'll take it a bit more seriously, eh? Have a lovely start to the year. Thank you very much and enjoy. Peace.